So just tell me a little bit about the Atlanta scene, how you see it.
I've had a really interesting experience here in that I was just kind of saying that there's no set genre for artists in Atlanta, so you get a chance to be really experimental. You get a chance to step out of your box. I know a lot of people who came to Atlanta as poets who are now trying their hands out in music or painting, or just all types of different things, because you can really expand here. You have so many people in Atlanta that are from all over, so many different types of artists, and since there's no real Atlanta style in a lot of genres in art, then nobody really has any particular expectations of you. So it's not like, oh, well, this doesn't sound like what we do here, because we can do all of the things here. We can do so much in Atlanta because there's so many people, so many types of art and artists and music and everything that's in this city.
So what about the reaction of the audience? How are the audiences? What are their levels of expectation? When you say we, you feel like you're talking about how the artists see each other.
Yeah. But that's the thing too. Tonight I'm going to a venue that I'm not in, and a lot of times as artists you really don't have an opportunity to go to a lot of shows that you're not a part of because you're working so much. But in this city, we really support each other's projects so much, and so artists that are that even may have competing events will still go and support each other's events. So whereas I've been to cities where it's like, oh, well, we don't go to the blah shows, I just haven't had that experience here. It really is a family and a community in a lot of ways, even down to the party promoters that used to be kind of separated. Now, because of a couple of things that have happened in the city, they really are they really do promote their shows together or promote their parties together, and it's just saying we is like that family experience here.
So that's interesting. When you I'm really focusing on the use of the pronoun we. Is we pronoun? Yeah, we just, yeah, pronoun. Yeah, okay, sorry. No, because when I'm reflecting on where New York is right now in regards to the we or the scene, and I think in part as far as the whole change, the economic change New York is going through, and the overall economic recent change as far as the recession, and this the hustle has gone to another level, and I think, and it's just my opinion, but I think that artists have gone back to just thinking about themselves. I mean, we support each other to whatever extent, as far as down to friendships and I'll go see your show. But this idea of this idea of seeing that cohesive scene of artists in their audience, to me, is somewhat lacking, or it's not as present as I remember saying in the 90s or even the 80s, you know. But
I think what's interesting about what you're saying is that it's probably just that Southern hospitality thing, in that I'm going to open up my space to make space for you, and I welcome you. The set that I'm going to tonight is usually it is set up where it's all features. So she'll go to different spots and see different artists.
So it's not really an open mic.
Right, it's not an open mic. She'll select people that she saw that she's just like, oh my God, that's dope. Come in and perform with us. And so you have an opportunity to it really keeps you engaged in going out to what else, what the other shows are that are going on, because we do work on each other's projects. We do work with each other's shows. It is that circle that you become a part of.
Maybe we could talk about this later, but I'm listening to you, and along with that, the Southern hospitality, is it also Southern affordability as far as what artists need to be open with their own art and each other's art, not thinking about, oh my God, my rent is so expensive. No, seriously, as far as the cost of living in the South, do you think to whatever extent that helps free up or provide that kind of fertile ground where you can support each other and better support yourself?
You can try other things and not have to be pressed on it selling because you need it to sell. Please, like, we can just play around with stuff. We've had times where, you know, we'll do, like, just randomly do covers sporadically in the show, and just like, you know, this is just what we're feeling. Like, this is how we want to express ourselves. We have like a flash mob in the middle of the show, and we can do that. And people can, you know, can vibe and nod, but they still kind of come because we are still, you know, it's kind of like your drunk cousin at the family reunion. If they get up on the stage and try to sing a song for grandma, you be like, oh my God, but you still gonna let them come, you know? So it's really kind of like that. I'm probably the drunk cousin sometimes.
One last thought and question. With the excitement that I hear in your voice in regards to what the scene is giving you as far as that freedom to play around and be the drunk cousin, if you will, what legs do you feel it has as far as at some point, or let me not define whatever goals you may have, but what do you think, if there are any goals that the scene has for itself?
I don't know for sure. I think what you were talking about earlier is really important to me, in that I haven't had to like hustle as hard, you know, living here, and so I get a chance to see like what happens organically without having to have that plan and that next move, and that, you know, the aggressiveness that a lot of times comes when you're in the real urban mentality. So I've been able to really just, I think, like, blossom into new art as opposed to making art, if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Say word.
Word.